Hey, what's up, everybody? So, the jobs report was announced today, as well as unemployment for the month of September. And the jobs report wasn't bad, it didn't hit on the expected target. However, unemployment was down once again. So, right here, we are looking at a chart. We are looking at CNBC.com, and we are looking at the chart showing where the strongest jobs are and where all the way down to the weakest. Um, so starting at the top, we see education and healthcare services or health services, professional and business services 34,000, government 22,000. Then we got this hospitality 21,000, transport and warehousing 15,000, information 9,000, construction 7,000, which I mean is pretty decent. Construction, building houses and stuff like that. I would like to see construction up a little bit higher, but construction, new housing sales probably is down a little bit. Um, Financial activities 3,000, wholesale trade, mining and logging, utilities is in the red, manufacturing is in the red. Now, with manufacturing, keep in mind General Motors, um, as far as their manufacturing, as far as their line workers, they're all on strike. And who knows how long that's going to be. Leave a comment in the comment section what you think about the General Motors strike. I have my opinions on it, and I may do a video separately on just that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, your opinions on the General Motors UAW strike. And then retail is taking the biggest hit. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on this. Now, the reason why retail is taking a hit, I believe, is because of Amazon. I believe a lot of people rather shop online than to get into their car, drive to the store, drive to, a mall, drive to, somewhere. They rather do a lot of their shopping online. So I believe that's the reason for the retail business hurting so much. Me, I do some shopping on Amazon, but I rather see the products that I want versus buying everything online. So I like to hop in my car and drive to pick up most of the stuff that I buy. So I don't do a whole lot of shopping on Amazon, although I do some. But I believe Amazon, not to their fault. I mean, they're a business and they're in it to make money. They're not in it to make other companies money. They're in it to make Amazon money. So good for them and bad for a lot of other retail sellers. So I believe that's the reason for retail. So let's take a look here. September 2019 jobs report showed decent hiring during the month, with the healthcare and education industries seeing the biggest growth. Government the government reported Friday that payrolls increased by one 136,000, missing the 145,000 estimate economists polled by the Dow Jones had forecast. The unemployment rate, however, fell to a new 50-year low of 3.5%. Now, that number could be a little bit misleading because of, I believe, when people run out of their unemployment benefit, I believe those people fall off and possibly are showed as being as working. So that could be a little bit misleading, but it is encouraging to show that the unemployment is at a 50-year low. CNBC studied the net changes by industries for September jobs based on data from the Labor Department contained in the employment report. So here is a little chart showing the job changes over time in a 12-month percent change. So you can take a look at that, pause the video, and take a look at that chart. Uh, Healthcare and education, a consistent employment gainer. So healthcare and education, as we can see above here, healthcare and education is the big winner at 40,000. The government reported Friday that payrolls increased by, oh, we already read that. Let's go down here. Professional and business services added 34,000 jobs, gains in management consultant positions, as well as a uptick in temporary help services. Manufacturing saw a net loss of 2,000 jobs. Now, I believe what they're talking about in temporary help, I believe because of the General Motors striking, the UAW strikes, I believe they took in a bunch of temporary workers. Hopefully, you know, I actually took my vehicle in the other day to get it repaired, and the shop that I took it in said that they are finding it harder to find parts because of there's been a lot of layoffs impacting not just General Motors, but people who actually make the parts for General Motors have been laid off because there's not as much work. There's not as many cars being assembled because of the layoff. So a lot of the General Motors layoff is actually hurting not just the people who are on strike, but also people who are not even employed by GM, who are contractors for GM and who are suppliers of GM, making parts and such like that, because they are losing their jobs because of the layoff. And I've also seen a lot of people talk about it on social media, Facebook and such, talking about how they lost their jobs because of the layoff or because of the strike, and they're not even employed. They're not even employed by GM. They're just suppliers for General Motors. It says the government, which doesn't tend to post big employment swings from month to month, added a hefty 22,000 positions in September after a whopping addition of 46,000 in August. So there's a lot more government positions being added, which is not necessarily a great thing. Just more government workers, not the best. But anyway, I digress. The government noted, however, the government hiring is surging between local governments. Adds Washington posted strong gains in the prior month as federal government workers to staff up with temporary workers ahead of the 2020 election. Manufacturing job gains. Manufacturing, if we go back up here to this chart, manufacturing, as we can see, is down. So there's not much gains to be seen or to speak about. Manufacturing is not one of the strongest areas as far as growth. So let me know what you guys think about all of this. The stock market has been very fragile, and I believe it's not because of the economy. The economy has been showing signs of it being pretty strong. When jobs numbers and unemployment numbers are released, typically they are doing very well. I think there's a lot of people who get into the stock market who are very, I've said it many, many times, very wishy-washy. Some people who get into the stock market don't really belong in the stock market because they don't know how to sit and just hold. They like to hop in, hop out. A lot of day trading. I don't like day trading, but I also don't buy a lot of stocks either. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I believe the stock market is pretty strong. I know the stock market reacts to a lot of things. It's not just the job markets. It's not just the unemployment numbers or the employment numbers or the hiring numbers. It acts to tweets from our president, which I don't think it should. I don't mind tweets from our president. That's how he communicates with the public, since the news media doesn't like to give at times most times accurate news. They like to give their opinions more than anything, which is usually left leaning, to be nice. So let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. Let's take a look at the stock markets, and then we're going to look at silver and gold. All right, so as we can see, the Dow Jones is up 227 points, or 0.87%, a little bit over 0.75%. The Nasdaq is up $72, also up almost a full percent, and the S&P 500 is up $25.75, just over 0.75%. So pretty cool. And here it also shows you gold is down $2.30. And it does not show silver on here. So let's go over. We can see oil. Oil is also down $52, or I'm sorry, it's down 10 cents. Down to $52.35. Let's go over to Kitco, and we're going to take a look at silver and gold at Kitco. All right, so we are on Kitco, and we're looking at silver. Silver is down 0.017%, or down 3 cents to $17.59. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then we can take a look at gold. We just saw gold on CNBC, but let's take a look here just to make sure that they are correct. Gold is up $1.40, or plus 0.9%, or 0.09% to $1,507.20. So silver is down a little bit. Gold is up a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, listening, subscribing. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.